Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and ready for the weekend. I know I am. Our plan for today, we are going to first talk about bandhas, and after that we're going to move straight into a yoga flow. That will hopefully prepare you for a fun weekend. So, bandhas. Bandhas are energy locks within our body, and these energy locks allow us to obviously keep the energy contained in our yoga practice and throughout our postures and everything like that. And some of the purposes of bandhas are to help you with stability, muscle control, to help also with things like your postures and their alignment, and also it helps you focus during your practice. Because if you're anything like me, you're really easily distracted, and so that is just some of the purposes or the benefits of bandhas. So I have this nice drawing that I made. So the bandhas are on three different locations on your body, and we're going to talk about them, and then we'll talk about how you engage them. So the first bandha is the chin lock. So it's actually your throat or front of your throat bandha, but many people call it the chin lock. It is called Jalandhara bandha. So you can say that out loud. It helps you remember it. Jalandhara bandha, I remember because it's close to your jaw. If you follow your jawline, it comes to your chin lock. Jalandhara bandha. And the next one is about your navel area. So if you place your fingertips on your navel, that's about the area of the next one, which is Uddiyana bandha. Uddiyana bandha actually translates to flying upward. So if you put your fingertips on your belly button or somewhere around it, and you think flying upward, what happens? So right here, flying upward, yeah, the belly kind of sucks in, you sit up a little bit taller, there's some muscle engagement, so Uddiyana bandha. And the last one is the pelvic floor, which is called Mula bandha. And Mula bandha are obviously all those muscles on the pelvic floor, or you can think of it as all the muscles that would be touching a bicycle seat. So Mula bandha, there's a gentle engagement which also helps you to sit up taller and have better alignment. So just from a seated position, wherever you are, maybe sit up a little bit taller. We're going to work on engaging the three bandhas. So we'll start from bottom up, engage the pelvic floor, just a gentle lifting, nothing too crazy, of the pelvic floor. The next one, Uddiyana bandha, your belly button flies upward. And for the last one, roll your shoulders back and down. Maybe gently tuck your chin. And for Jalandhara bandha, you actually kind of pull your chin back as if you're giving yourself a double chin. It's okay, no one can see you. Just try it. So shoulders are down, chin is slightly tucked and pulled back, belly button's flying upward, and the pelvic floor is also engaged. Good, now I want you to release all your bandhas. So there we are, back to our slouching. I am the queen of slouching. So honestly, bandhas are a really great tool to help you with really good alignment in your postures, gives you space to breathe. So yeah, work on bandhas as you're balancing or in seated postures, standing postures. They're great. I will try to remind you during our yoga flows when to think about bandhas and how they can be used in your yoga practice. So we're going to move to our yoga mats and just move into a fun, getting ready for the weekend flow. And let's actually start in a seated position. So I'll meet you on the mat. In a comfortable seated position, your hands can rest on your knees or just in your lap. And I want you to take your eyes closed. And we've already talked about Ujjayi breath. You're going to start to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Start to deepen your breath. Let's breathe together. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few more breaths on your own, starting to connect with your breath. And we're going to start to also engage the bandhas. So again, the gentle lifting of the pelvic floor, belly button flies up and back towards the spine, and your chin gently tucks. Good. Now on your next inhale, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, place your left hand down, reach your right arm over. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, place your right hand down, left arm reaches over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands in front of you, walk them out into a seated forward fold. You might move a couple centimeters, and that's okay. Or you might be able to reach your hands out nice and far, maybe even press your forehead onto your mat. Gently walk your way back up, and you're going to plant your hands behind you, fingertips face forward. Inhale, lift your chest and maybe lift your gaze to the sky. Good. Gently release, plant your hands in front of you. This time we're moving into an all-fours position. So from your all-fours position, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back into your very first downward facing dog of the day. Feel free to pedal out your feet. Gently nod your head yes. Start to warm up the back of your legs. Maybe even the shoulders and the hips start to move. And when you're ready, gently tiptoe up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to get there. Once you're there, soften your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Your head will be the very last thing to come up. And we meet in Samasthiti. So big toes together, heels slightly apart, or feet can be hip width, fingertips reaching towards the earth. Bring your Ujjayi breath back. In through your nose and out through your nose. Good. One more deep, intentional breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale also through your nose, moving into our sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins. Come up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog, your hips lift up and back. Again, first downward facing dog, feel free to pedal out your feet. When you're ready, gently tiptoe up to the top of your mat. We're moving a little differently than the sun salutations, just for the first one. Soften your knees. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Take a big exhale out of your mouth. Good. Deepen your breath. Inhale, arms up, palms press. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're going to be here for 5. Good. If you're in child's pose, make your way to a downward facing dog. On your inhale, lengthen tailbone to sky. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands to shins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. And exhale into our Samasthiti, standing posture. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms press. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose for 5. 4. 3. 2. If you're in child's pose, make your way to your downward dog. Inhale, push into your mat, lengthen tailbone to sky. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands to shins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now, deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Open your mouth, audible exhale. Moving on to sun salutation B. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms to chair. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right away, your right foot shoots forward, left heel flat. Inhale, warrior 1. And exhale, plant your hands, shoot your foot back, chaturanga. Deep inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right away, left foot shoots forward, right heel down flat. Inhale, warrior 1 on the left. And exhale, plant your hands, shoot your foot back, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Or another option, if you'd like to follow along, you can tiptoe halfway up your mat and then take your feet wide, even all the way off your mat. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right leg or your ankle, trying to open up and maybe look underneath your armpit up at the sky. Just a nice variation. Good. Now release the left hand and take the right hand to the outside of your left leg, ankle, whatever you can grab a hold of. Look underneath the left armpit, bend the sky. Good. Release. Wherever you are, make your way back into your downward facing dog. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now bend your knees. Deep inhale to chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. We have one more sun salutation B. Bend your knees, inhale to chair. Exhale, fold, look at your knees. Hands to shins, inhale halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, right foot shoots forward, left heel flat. Inhale, warrior one. Good, exhale, plant your hands, shoot your foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up. Exhale, lift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Left foot shoots between your hands, right heel swivels flat. Deep inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, shoot your foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, child's pose, or another fun balancing option if you'd like to try it. You're going to lean all of your weight into your left hand and your left foot. You might hover the right hand and come up onto your right tippy toes. You might even take the right arm all the way back, reaching to the sky. Maybe try and lift the leg and balance. Good. Try it out or not. It's kind of fun. Now replace your hand and foot. Lean towards the right hand and the right foot. Take the left arm up off of your mat. Maybe just hover fingertips. Or if you're feeling wild and crazy, you can reach the arm back. Come up onto your left tippy toes. Maybe try to tap the toes. Or find a balance. Again, just trying to have some fun with it, playing around. Good, gently replace your hand and foot wherever you are. Make your way to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or jump, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now bend your knees. Inhale up, Utkatasana. Open your mouth, exhale, Samasthiti. Now from here, you're going to inhale, step the right leg back, arms in a T, feet are parallel. Your right toes are going to face the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach out as far as you can. Plant your right hand to your shin. Left arm reaches up in a triangle posture. We're going to be here for 5 counts. Try to find length as if you're trying to reach your left fingertips to the sky. If you're feeling pretty good here, you can slide the right hand down towards the foot or even towards the mat. Good, wherever you are, bring your gaze down to your right big toe. Soften your right knee, fingertips plant underneath your right shoulder, and you're going to float the left leg up and into half moon. We're here for 3. It's a little wobbly. If you need to modify, you can soften your right leg or even keep the left toes down. We're here for 2. And soften the right knee. You're going to float back up, arms in a T, feet are parallel. And left toes face the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, reach out as far as you can. Place the left hand on your shin. Right arm peels up to the sky. We're here for 5. Good. Try to reach nice and long through that right arm. If you're feeling good, you can slide the left hand down a little deeper. Good. Now you're going to look down at your left big toe. Soften your left knee, left fingertips down. And you're going to inhale, float the right leg up and into half moon Ardha Chandrasana for 3. Again, you can modify by softening the knee or taking the right toes down to the mat. 2. Good, and 1. Soften your knee. Float the foot back to the mat. Arms in a T, feet are parallel. And exhale, hands to your hips. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to fold forward directly, hinging at the hips. And if you can, you're going to reach your fingertips to the mat. If you're not able to reach the mat, soften your knees until you can make contact with the mat. Wherever you are, you're going to inhale, look forward, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold a little deeper, look behind you. And we'll be here for 5 counts. If for any reason you feel lightheaded, you can take the same posture in a seated position. Good. Wherever you are, plant your hands. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, look forward. Exhale, hands to your hips, stay where you are. Inhale, stand all the way up. And open your mouth, exhale, maybe soften your knees, especially if you're feeling lightheaded. We're gonna fold forward again. If you're feeling lightheaded, again, you can take a seat and do the same posture seated. We're going to change it up a little bit this time. So inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. This time, you might take your hands to the outside of your ankles, or if you want to, you can take peace fingers around your big toes. It's a little more traditional Ashtanga. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Again, we'll be here for 5 counts. If it seems like a fun idea, you might try a tripod headstand. So if that seems interesting to you, you're going to release your hands to the mat. And if you need to bend your knees to get your head to the mat, that's okay. But you're creating a triangle with your hands and your head. That's why it's called a tripod headstand. And from here, you might try to bring your knees to your elbows in a frog stand. Or if you would like to and feel like you're able to, you might try to straddle up. I'm going to demonstrate the frog stand. So the frog stand, you would bring your feet in front of your face and then place your knee on the back of your arms, on your elbow. It's a little easier to start out that way. You can stay in your headstand, or when you're ready, plant your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands to your hips, stay where you are. Inhale, stand all the way up. And exhale, step to the top of your mat into Samasthiti. Let's take a breath together without movement. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Audible exhale. Good. We're going to move to some seated positions. So we'll move through vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna move to seated. You can do so by dropping to your knees and then sweeping your feet around. Or another option, you can take a small hop, cross your ankles, and you're in a seated position. So from your seated position, extend both legs out. And we're gonna start with our right leg. So bring your right heel close to your glute. Your hand should fit between your foot and your thigh, just a quick measurement. Option 1, you're just gonna sit up nice and tall with the left leg extended and flexed and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Option 2, so this is option 1. Option 2, you're going to bring your shoulder on the inside of your knee and reach forward, maybe grab hold of your leg, or if it's close enough to you, you can try and grab your foot and feel a nice stretch through the hamstring as well as your right hip. Option 3, you might start working into a bind. You're going to do that by taking the right arm around the outside of the right knee. The left hand is going to reach behind your back, and you try to find your hands behind you. So, this is a bind. I'll show you from the other direction as well. So, choose one of these options, stay here, and just breathe. Here's the bind from behind. So you reach forward, the right arm reaches around the outside of the knee, the left arm reaches behind your back, the fingers find each other, and you bind. We're going to be here for about 3 more counts. So wherever you are, use your exhales to relax a little bit deeper. I'm going to stick with option 1 for the remainder of our time. Good. Now, inhale, look forward. Exhale, if you're in the bind, release. You're going to extend the left arm up nice and tall. And exhale, hook your elbow on the outside of opposite knee, the right knee. The right hand comes behind you for stability. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. And exhale, look over your right shoulder towards the back of the room or the back of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the twist. You're going to take your right foot to your inner thigh of your left leg, and the right knee drops down. So do your best to allow the knee to drop down. If it's still up, that's okay. Inhale, reach up tall. And exhale, reach out and forward as far as you can, maybe grabbing hold of your leg, ankle, or foot, whatever you can hold onto. And we're going to be here for 5 counts. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the posture and switch legs. The right leg extends out. The left heel comes in close to the glute. You can fit your hand between your foot and your thigh. Again, option 1, sit up tall with the leg extended and hug your knee. Option 2, you're going to bring your shoulder to the inside of your knee and start reaching forward for your ankle, or maybe you can find your foot, or you might move into or towards the bind. You can do that by reaching the left arm around the outside of the knee. The right arm reaches behind the back. Maybe your hands find each other, and maybe they don't, and that's okay today. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the arms. Extend the right arm up nice and tall. And exhale, hook your elbow on the outside of your left knee. Left hand comes behind you for stability. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. And exhale, look over your left shoulder towards the back of the room. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, Exhale, release your arms. Bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. Allow the left knee to drop down. If it doesn't go all the way down, just work on it nice and slow. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, seeing if you can grab onto your leg or your foot, whatever is accessible. You might take one more inhale to lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Each exhale, finding a deeper position to be in. I like to imagine my rib cage trying to lie down on the thigh instead of trying to reach my forehead to my knee, which makes my spine really curved. If you imagine your rib cage coming to your thigh, you'll feel the spine feels a lot longer and extended. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the posture. Cross your ankles. You're going to plant your hands in front of you. Extend the legs back and take half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, moving back into your seated position. So however you like to get there, you might jump or just drop to your knees into your seated position. And from here, we're just going to take a couple of gentle spinal twists. So you're going to reach both arms up. And exhale, take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to sit up tall. And exhale, gently twist and look over your shoulder. Good. Look forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your right hand to the outside of your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, look over your shoulder into a nice twist for the next few moments. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Plant your hands in front of you and gently walk your hands forward into a seated forward fold. Again, you might move a couple of centimeters and you're already feeling it. Or you might be able to walk the hands out. Press the forehead towards the mat. Good. Gently walk the hands back up. Plant your hands behind you, fingers face forward. Inhale, lift your chest, maybe gaze towards the sky. Good. Gently release. We're going to open up the shoulders a little bit more this time. So just an option, you might repeat that same posture, or if you'd like, the fingers are facing forward and hands are planted behind you. Lift your chest and maybe lift your hips as well. Gaze towards the sky. Good. Gently release your chin to your chest, hips to the mat. You can repeat that again. You can modify it. We're going to do one step deeper. You're going to plant your feet in front of you, about hip width apart. Hands are planted behind you, fingers face forward. Inhale, lift your chest and maybe lift your hips as well off of the ground. And this time you might even look towards the back of the room. Good. Gently release, tuck your chin, cross your ankles, plant your hands in front of you, and take half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, spread your knees on the mat. Take child's pose. In child's pose, you can have your knees really close together, almost touching, or you can have them wide, almost to the edge of your mat. I like to have mine wide, but it's really just a matter of preference and what feels the best. So we'll be here for a few more breaths, a few more moments. Good. You're going to lift your shoulders and slide your right arm underneath your left and to thread the needle. Left arm extended up nice and tall. We're here for 3, 2, good. Inhale, unwind your arms. And on your exhale, slide your left arm underneath your right. Thread the needle. On the opposite side, the right arm reaches up nice and tall. Good. Gently inhale back through to center. And just because it's almost the weekend, so you can have something fun to work on, we're going to work on headstands. So we did a tripod headstand earlier, which was optional. So I'm going to talk about a more traditional yoga headstand, you could say. So I'll start out with how you set it up. Everybody should be able to do the drill or the practice for it. So try at least the first part of it. Even if you're not comfortable with moving up into a headstand right now, you should be able to do just the setup, which is a really great way to get more shoulder strength and flexibility for headstand. So from a kneeling position, you're going to drop to your elbows and you're going to grab opposite elbows. The reason you do this is to make sure that your elbows stay shoulder width apart. If they get wider, which sometimes when you're going into it, they just want to slide a little further apart, it's actually less stable. So always try to keep your elbows about shoulder width apart. From here, you're going to interlace your fingers and create a nice bowl. And then you're going to place the crown of your head into that bowl. So your head is making contact with the mat, but it is placed in that little bowl you've created. You're going to curl your toes under, lift your hips up, and into what is called dolphin. So dolphin is basically a downward facing dog, but in the setup for a headstand, so on your elbows and forearms. You might stay here. Dolphin is a great option, like I said, to increase your shoulder flexibility and strength to prepare for headstand. If you're interested in continuing to move into headstand, you're going to tiptoe your toes closer to your face so that your hips are traveling over your shoulders. You might tuck one leg up, or you might extend one leg up and tuck the other one. Maybe find the balance. Or another way to get into it is to tuck both legs and then find the balance and slowly extend. However, whatever option you choose, I strongly discourage you from just kicking your feet up and trying to jump up and get it. 9 times out of 10, you won't find the balance. You'll probably topple or not kick hard enough. The idea is to be able to control it up nice and slow. So, if you need a break, take child's pose. We're going to be here for about 30 more seconds. I'll give you a couple more tips, but you can try your headstand. You can hang out in child's pose. You can just stay in dolphin, which is like the downward dog on your elbows in the setup. So, in future videos, I will give you some more tips for headstands and different options to do. So, yeah, try it out. I'm going to do one more. If you want to watch, I'm going to try and just walk my feet up until the feet start floating, which will allow my hips to be over my head. So interlace the fingers. Again, I measured and made sure that my elbows were shoulder width. Interlace fingers, place the head in the small bowl you've created. Curl the toes under, and instead of kicking up, I'm going to tiptoe my feet as close as I can. Once they get close enough, the feet will actually start to hover, and you can control it up instead of jumping. That did not happen the first time I tried it, so definitely practice. Try not to get too frustrated. If you want a wild variation, you might take the feet halfway down into an L shape and hold. Again, those are just options. Whatever you do is just fine. If you're not into headstands or inversions, that's just fine. We're going to meet in a child's pose, especially if you made your way upside down. Please meet in a child's pose or else you won't really like yoga anymore. You'll be a little lightheaded. Allow yourself to take some breaths out of your mouth. Slow down your breathing. Good. Once your breath has slowed down, we're going to take one last vinyasa. Plant your hands, curl your toes under, move into your high plank. Exhale, half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, make your way back to your seated position and then make your way onto your back. So from your back, you're going to hug your knees in towards your chest. Take little circles with your knees in one direction. Switch directions. Good. Now keep your knees into your chest. Bring your arms out into a T and exhale both legs down to the right and look over your left shoulder. If you want, you can use your right hand to gently tug the knees down. Allow yourself to take 2 deep breaths out of your mouth here. Inhale back through to center. And exhale, both knees down to the left. You're going to gaze over your right shoulder. Again, you can use the left hand to gently tug the knees down. Allow yourself to take 2 deep breaths out of your mouth. Gently inhale back to center. Option to move into the best yoga posture ever invented, which is happy baby. So the feet are up towards the sky. You're going to grab the outside edges of your feet and actively pull your knees down towards your mat on either side of your rib cage. You can stay still, or you can take gentle rocks from side to side for a personal back massage. You can stay here as long as you like. However, when you're ready, you're going to release your feet and extend them down below you, arms by your side. Take your eyes closed. And this is where we move into Shavasana, which is our final resting posture. You might gently tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Take an open-mouthed exhale like a sigh. And then allow your Ujjayi breath to be released. And just allow yourself to be still. I'll leave you here for a few moments. So just allow yourself to relax and be still. We're going to stay here for a few more moments. Again, allow your breath to come in and out naturally without you controlling it. As you gently exhale, Maybe you'll feel yourself start to melt and relax into your mat just a little bit more. Gently bring your awareness back to your body resting on your mat. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, go ahead and press pause for as long as you need. Otherwise, bring a deep inhale back in through your nose. Open your mouth, release. Good. Deeper this time. Belly and chest rise as you inhale. Open your mouth, release. Gently start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Good. Gently roll your wrists and ankles. Good. From your lying down position, you're going to inhale, extend both arms all the way up above you. Make yourself long. And exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. From here, you're going to allow yourself several breaths to make your way back into a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Option to keep your eyes closed. Take your hands to your knees, and you're going to take a couple last breaths just to finish our class today. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your deepest inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Audible exhale. Hands come to heart center. At the end of each yoga practice, we say namaste, which means I bow to you. So thank you for sharing your yoga practice today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's yoga flow. I hope it gave you some fun things to work on for this weekend. And we'll be back next week with some more yoga. Have a good weekend.